what? Lizzo's 5th album fails to chart any song on the Billboard Hot 100, okay? I told y'all recently, I've been feeling bad for her. I don't know. I've been feeling bad for Lizzo. Like, seriously, like, she really thought she had it. Despite trying to spark a Nicki Minaj feud, blaming Atlantic Records and the algorithm, running her own promo, they also said she was hosting pop-up events. It's now 3 years and 6 months since Lizzo last had a lead single debut on the Billboard Hot 100. 3 years and 6 months, baby, what? That's like 4 pregnancies. Girl, that's like 4 pregnancies. I could have had 4 kids by now, ever since Lizzo last charted. That's crazy. Lizzo, get up, get up. Well, okay, no, I can't have kids, but you know, y'all get it, right? But Lizzo, get up off the floor, boo. What is you doing? You look crazy, okay? Now, she's still continuing to rage bait and continuing to do promo. But my thing is this, right? If it didn't work before it came out, it won't work after it comes out, baby. It won't work after, okay? I'm also seeing comments say, oh, Lizzo, all you gotta do is just rebrand, do a rebrand. I don't even think a rebrand can save her, y'all. I don't think a rebrand can save her. And what would she even rebrand into? Like, Lizzo doesn't have that many options to rebrand into anything. Like, it's not much she can do. I mean, she what else she gonna do? Okay, what's she gonna rebrand into? What's her new message gonna be? You see what I'm saying? But let's talk, let's chat. What's your opinion? Let's get into it down below. Moving on to JT and Carisha. Fans are trying to call out Carisha for copying one of JT's looks. Now, this is so sad to see. Like, if you would have told me, like, 6 years ago that, you know, down the line, there would have been arguments online about who copied who from the City Girls group when they're supposed to be sisters, so it shouldn't even be copying. They said, why is she all up in JT's nachos? Now, me personally, I think that, you know, Carisha is definitely in JT's nachos. You know, this is definitely a she stole my look moment. But, you know, deeper than this, I don't really care about the outfits, but just the bond. Like, it must suck to grow up in the industry with somebody and not even be cool with them to the point to where, like, people online are saying, she stole my look. When back in the day, if they were matching, it was a cute moment. Oh, yeah, the girls, you know, they looking real cute together. Matching girls, matching, sister. Now it's a she stole my look moment. And it's like, damn, like, it's kind of sad. But when it comes to the look, it's cute. But I've seen a colored wig and a black outfit before many times before. This isn't really a gag. I'm not really gagging or anything like that. I love the contrast of the colorful wigs and the black outfits, you know. But, you know, I don't know. I just kind of miss City Girls together. Maybe it's just the memories. But, like, just the energy they had together, the sister bond, the joint mentality that they shared on the world, and like, you know, the scamming men, even though it was toxic, but like the scamming men trope and stuff like that, like the, you know, getting the money, getting the bag, we them city girls, yeah, I miss that. It was so raw and authentic to them at the time. But I guess that's life. You grow up, you get successful, and I feel like honestly what happened was JT went to jail and she had to actually face the consequences of the stuff they were rapping about. And Carisha was able to be out in the club still rapping the music while JT's in jail for years sitting and thinking about all that stuff. And I think JT just wanted something better. You see how JT isn't making scam that money music no more, but Carisha's still doing the scamming money, scamming that. You know, that JT has outdone that. She's over that. She knows where it leads to. You know, so I guess that's probably the core difference between the two girls is that JT went to jail and got, you know, some sense into her, you know? And, yeah, and Diddy, you know, it's a whole lot of drama, but I really hate to see that this is becoming the new narrative, like, oh, like, she copying JT copying Carisha. It's crazy, you know, even with their music career, y'all, oh my God, like, people are saying, damn, like, not Carisha outdoing JT, not Carisha outdoing JT, like, it's just so messy with them, and I hate the fact that it's a messy combo, like, it shouldn't even be no room for that, you know, it shouldn't even be room for that, you know. Let's talk, let's chat. Do y'all miss City Girls? I do a little bit. Actually, I do a lot. Ow, 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 ow. Moving on to Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj was spotted at the World Cup. Yeah, she was there with her son, Papa Bear. Isn't it crazy how we still don't know his name? And he's like, what, 6 years old now? 5 years old? One of those years. She was there with her husband as well, Kenneth Petty. And Alex. Y'all know Alex, right? Alex is the guy right here on the screen, him. Now, also, people were gagging at Nicki Minaj because they were excited to see her looks. Her looks was definitely giving. Ever since she's been in her new era, she's had this, like, honey blonde Beyonce knockoff wig. But Nicki, she hasn't really done the crazy colors. Well, she had a pink wig on the other day. I'm lying. She had a pink wig on, like, not too long ago. But, you know, I've been loving this era for Nicki. I love this era. It's so fun. You know, she's living her life, and she's being a mommy. You know, she's being a mommy, and she looks good doing it. You know, being a mom is not easy. I'm pretty sure a lot of moms watching know it's never, ever, you just never gonna ever find that balance. And even when you do find that balance, you still feel guilty. And, you know, trust me, I see it. I'm not a mother, but I see it. And I see y'all, especially the single mothers. Whew, child. That's a whole different ballgame. But I'm glad that, you know, some moms have help. I'm glad. But, yes, y'all, it was cute. People were also talking about how Papa Bear was talking. Okay, and how Cardi B back like in October was saying, oh, your son is slow, Nicki Minaj, and Cardi B was saying these disgusting, awful things like, oh, your son's favorite color is 5, and oh, he can't even talk, and da-da-da-da, and it was just disgusting. It was weird to see, you know, and she was also saying a lot of things about Nicki Minaj's husband and stuff. You know, he can't come out and go to events, but obviously we see he's outside, and Jay-Z also said that, you know, her husband can't even go out with her son, X, Y, and Z here and there, but they're outside at the World Cup having fun like a family. So it's beautiful to see. Okay. I wouldn't expect if you were to ask me like, maybe like 5 years ago, if Nicki Minaj would pop up to the World Cup, FIFA, I would have said no. I just can't see her there. You know what I'm saying? In my personal opinion, like I wouldn't imagine her there unless she was performing, because she did do the FIFA, I believe, soundtrack back a few years ago. Her song Tuku Tuku Taka, that was like back in 2022. So she is tapped into that world, in terms of having a song there. But she don't really strike me as a person who would go to that event. But hey, hey, look, as you can see, she's there. Period. Now, I'm happy that she was outside. I love when her clap back to the drama right now is just being outside. As you all know, there's been so much of her name being in the mix. Mind you, she has not been online. There's been Lizzo throwing disses, Jay-Z throwing disses, a lot of people online being weird, throwing disses. And, Nicki says, you know what? Let me show y'all what this real comeback is, and it's living my life. That's the best thing. Ignoring the BS and just living your life. That is one of the best karma. Okay, listen, y'all. Fun fact: if someone ever does you wrong or like just does you really weird, the best thing you can do is just ignore them. Like pay them nothing. Pay them dust. Ignore them. Let them be hungry for your response, and let them die from the lack of you feeding them with your energy. Because whether it's negative or positive or neutral or whatever, when you give out energy, that feeds people. That feeds them. It doesn't matter what it is. Some people just get off on you responding to their negative BS. People just live for that. So just let it go, let it be. I know it's not easy to, because like you want to just go crazy, but Nicki is learning, that peace matters more than anything, and she's happy. You can see she's happy. Like she just seems happy out there. World Cup. Nicki probably don't know what's going on. Nicki don't know what's going on. I don't know. Like. Moving on to Drake. Drake's Iceman is now the longest running #1 album on the Billboard 200 in 2026. Yes, this year, the longest running with 4 weeks on the charts. Ooh, Drake, you need a hug? Okay? Because you have been carrying rap right now. Yes, you need a hug. You need some emotional support. You need some physical support too. I got a homegirl for you. And she don't play. She gets down and dirty. But no, congrats to Drake though. This number of people, rap has been dying. And I know that sounds like very crazy to say, but rap has been going downhill. A lot of the rap icons are gone right now, or just not releasing right now. So to see them, out here, and have Drake revive it, seeing him out here do that is great. So congrats to Drizzy. Drizzy, what trick you got up your sleeve next? I feel like Drake is still planning and scheming. I feel like we haven't really got it all. How you feel like, how you ever feel that feeling like something ain't really quite done? Drake, I feel like you got a trick up your sleeve. What you gonna do? What you gonna pop out and do? I feel like, he hasn't really hit the boom on us for real. He did, but I feel like he got one more little good trick up his sleeve. Of that collarbone. Moving on to the rap girls, it seems like Sexyy Redd has paired up with Glorilla. Okay. Bunna B always smiling so aggressively. I love it, but girl, close your mouth. And what's his girl name? YK Aunt. I'm sorry, no, YK Niece. My bad. YK Niece. YK Uncle. So they up here looking all, cute, whatever. I wonder, do they have a new song coming out? Ooh, is there a new song coming out? Okay. People are talking about this. They're excited. They're ready. I mean, I'm not really ready for this because I don't really care about them like that. I don't really listen to Bunna B like that. I love her as a person and her personality. Sexyy Redd is so over with now. I'm tired of her. She needs to go home and stop rapping, and do some comedy show. They need to get her on a show. She needs to be a personality on a show, or like on like a something, like a recurring star on a show or something entertaining. But rapping, no. Glorilla, I play a few songs here and there by her. TGIF, YK Auntie. No, I don't play her stuff. Plus, YK Niece only be popping off features anyway. She don't really get many views or streams off her own little songs that she individually does. And no shade, she kind of fell off, but I like her a lot when it comes to, for being a rap girl doing her thing. But other than that, But y'all, what's tea here? What's going on? What's this arrangement here? What's this? How does this, fit into what's going on next? Okay. Rick Ross is so embarrassing. Like, I'm starting to realize a lot of these people who feel the need to always brag are very insecure. You're insecure. Y'all be thinking y'all be flexing and looking like y'all above the world, but you're insecure. If you really were secure in yourself and your status and who you are as a person, you wouldn't even need to announce what you do or don't have, But anyway, as you all know, Rick Ross has been getting the broke allegations. People have been calling him broke. They've been saying he can't afford to have a private jet no more. He's this, he's that, he's a loser now. And Rick Ross is going out of his way. Like for the past couple of days now, he's been posting videos and showcasing his cars. Now he has posted up this video of him, right, feeding a horse out of the front trunk of his car. This is just pitiful. This is pitiful. This is his Ferrari that he's trying to flex on us with. Basically, he's trying to say, I'm so rich, I can feed a horse from my Ferrari. You look dumb. Who's doing this? This looks silly. Like, you had to get your car, drive up to the horse ranch, put some food in the car, tell the horse, come eat, come eat, come eat, come eat. Then you had to go get your phone, your greasy phone, out your greasy hands, and put the camera up and start talking and filming. That's too much. Just to prove what? That you're not broke? Like you're insecure. You're insecure. Okay, mind you, if you just owned up to the whole "yeah, I fly" commercial because it's expensive nowadays and I can't afford it, you would have got a whole new audience of people who supported you even more because people can relate. People don't really care about aspiration as much anymore. They care more about relatability. Relatability is what's selling now in this economy, in this day and age. Oh, like even Rick Ross had to downsize. But he don't want to be relatable. He want to be above. But I really feel like when it comes down to the whole flying economy thing, it's not that deep. Like if you just ignored it, Rick Ross, it would have been over. But when you're insecure, your insecurity amplifies things that bother you. So it becomes more of a real issue now. And it becomes more of a conversation because you're insecure about the fact that you hopped your greasy ass on a commercial airline flight. Deal with it. Cope. Moving on to Megan Thee Stallion and Klay Thompson. As you all know, the news has broke that Klay Thompson never really liked Megan Thee Stallion at all. Klay Thompson called her ghetto. She's too loud. Klay Thompson said that she always talked about Tory Lanez. That was a whole drama that was alleged online on the blogs recently. And fans are not happy. Megan fans are not happy. They're going up in arms. All right, they're going crazy online. They said this. They said he wanted that ghetto P word though. F him. Biracial with the white mama. Fork found in kitchen. Okay. The thing about the Megan fans that I don't like is y'all only show up this aggressive online. You only show up this aggressive online. You only show up this serious online. Okay. You don't ever show up to the streams. Never show up to the sales. Never show up to them concerts. But let it be some drama with her name on it. Y'all up in arms with all this conversation. Okay, Megan fans, I'm gonna start a new challenge for y'all. I'm gonna start a new challenge. It's called the Support Your Favorite Artist Challenge. Okay, rule number 1 of the challenge: you must stream Megan's music once a day. Okay. Number 2, you must pre-save her music when she announces. Number 3, you must stop following her for her butt. I'm sorry, I know a lot of y'all do, but stop. Okay, that's why she's flopping now. She could twerk, but when it comes to getting streams, she's struggling. All right. Now, when it comes to the Klay Thompson and Megan thing, I'm not surprised. I've been said last year they wasn't gonna last. I've been said it felt forced. I've been said that Klay Thompson always acted like he was standoffish, and y'all said, because he's quiet. No. Anybody who's quiet knows. Anybody who dates a quiet person knows that when they're with their person, even though they are quiet, when they with their person, they're not quiet no more. They're not this in the shell. They're not this very awkward person. When they with their person, they open up. They unravel. Klay Thompson always seemed very tense and scared and awkward, okay? And he was hiding something up his butt to the left. He always just gave me that vibe of okay, obviously Megan likes him more. And that's just the truth, all right? But that's what I gotta say about that. Let's get into this next topic. Moving on to Bad Girl Riri. Y'all, Rihanna has just made history, y'all. She just made history. Rihanna is now officially the number 1 most streamed black female artist on every music platform. Not just YouTube, not just Apple Music, not just Spotify, not just Pandora, not just Tidal, not just SoundCloud. No, every music platform, Rihanna is number 1. Can we get a round of applause for her? For real, can we get a round of applause? A lot of the Beehive is upset about this. They say, well, no, Beyonce's the queen. Beyonce is the queen, but Beyonce's brand of being the queen is bigger than her actually being the queen of music. No shade. A lot of her music, she doesn't really have that many streams. She doesn't really have that many views on YouTube compared to Rihanna. I'm not saying that stuff matters. Obviously, impact matters more than that. But Beyonce doesn't really pull in those Rihanna numbers. Beyonce doesn't really pull in those Taylor Swift numbers, or you know what I'm saying? And it's simply because Beyonce, she values ownership and leverage more than virality, and she prioritizes cultural moments more so than just crazy fast virality, because virality can happen anytime. It comes and goes. But the thing about moments are, they just hold on, and they kind of, as time goes on, they age well. Cowboy Carter in 4 years, everybody was oh my God, Cowboy Carter was just so amazing. Cowboy Carter was just so good. Cowboy Carter. In 4 or 5 years, it's going to be Lemonade Part 2. Lemonade, when it first came out, it was very experimental. People didn't get it. People didn't like it. But as time went on, everybody now say Lemonade's her best project, which I don't think Lemonade's her best album. Moving on to Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj is getting backlash again from the whole Trump people. Nicki has posted a picture saying, "Happy 80th birthday, Donald Trump." It has people talking. It has the people going crazy. They're looking so crazy right now. They going crazy. They upset about that. They don't like this. Oh, Nicki, you just a mess. Da, da, da. Okay, we've been to Nicki Minaj like Trump for months now. Why are y'all still gagging over this? Why y'all gagging still? This is not tea anymore. Okay, it's not tea. It's not news. It's not a shocker. I'm not come on now. She said happy 80th birthday to Trump, and she put a lot of these AI images of her and Trump posted up looking interesting. But I love to see how people are. I love when people get mad. I love seeing everybody get upset about this. It just shows who runs it. Now, in my opinion, though, is the Trump love, kind of strange still at this point in the game? I wouldn't say it's strange, but I feel like she probably has more things she wants to get out of this relationship. Let's be real, nobody is going to be publicly talking about Trump without wanting something from him, especially an icon like Nicki Minaj. She definitely, she got plans for sure. She got plans, and I think the plan is still in the works, or it has been done. So she's just saying happy birthday.
Oh, I was just scrolling on my For You page, right? And Lord to behold, Nicki Minaj post came up. And I'm just be quite honest with y'all, not on some hair and stuff, because I'm real honest. Nicki Minaj isn't canceled. And you wanna know why? Because if Nicki Minaj was canceled, there wouldn't be 1,000 videos about her. Literally the day that she came out Republican, everybody was talking about her. Not only that, she had trends that's still going till this day. All I see is people posting Nicki music. You wanna know why? Because her music is good. And she posted that World Cup, right? Why am I seeing other videos about her? And she just posted that. Yeah, she's not canceled. And this is not even me defending her. It's just crazy how y'all would sit here and say that they're canceled, or you don't like them, or you move on from them, but here you are on their post, on their video, on their account. You still like them. Shut their mouth up. And the crazy thing is, you're giving them the engagement that they want. You don't like them, but here you are still talking about them. They live rent-free in your head. You still love them. You still like them. Y'all would sit here and claim that y'all hate someone and they're canceled, but yet you be the first one.
Moving on to Carisha Spin That. Young Miami Spin That is to reach a new peak on the Billboard Hot 100 at number 34, rising 13 spots. This song is still rising on Billboard. It is set to become her first ever top 30 hit on the chart. What? I can't... Like, yo, what is the industry right now? This is crazy. Carisha, look at you, girl. How'd you get up there by yourself like that? All right? Y'all, people love this song. They love it. But what if this song goes top 10? I'm seeing people say, oh, this song's going to hit top 10. That's how good it is. She's going to go crazier even more as the summer continues.